Hey, what's going on, people? It's your blind buddy. I done got to where I'm doing this a lot now, man, and a lot more, and I'm getting a little freer with my speech because I come from a place where I was a child that wouldn't say anything. Was a quiet child, but if you make me mad, you find out just how quiet I wasn't. And And the voice I had, I've always had a voice that I never knew I had, but it was always quieting down as a child. So I done got older. I'm 52 years old now, and now I got words that can come out that'll help people understand a life that you're probably going through that I done already been through. You know what I'm saying? That place where you think you don't have a voice. You got one, you just don't know how to speak out. It's like knowing the truth. It's like when you know you stand for the truth, but you know you in a world where people make you feel bad about saying what's actually on the inside of you. And when you look at the world in comparison to the life that you have to live because you quiet, you know, the world, this noisy world won't understand none of this I'm talking about. And I'm speaking loud as I can speak. Because they constantly try to quieten down the loudness that's coming out of him. Because they don't understand it. Because it's all, they living in the darkness. You know what I mean? This is where my verbals, the voice that was given to me as a child, is beneficial now. To those that know what I'm talking about, this is where you flourish, letting your voice come out. It's the truth that's been on the inside of you. It's the world that you live in that ain't wanted the truth that they've been trying to quieten down. So this is where you stand up. You know what I mean? Because if this world is so great, by the things that people try to make it look, use to make it look so great, why is it in the shape that it's in? You know what I'm saying? So I'm one of them that's I'm inquisitive. I tell me some of this stuff. You know, why is it that somebody like me could be quieted down because of the words I have to say, but somebody that has a whole nother agenda, and it's associated with this world that we live in. The people in this world that live by worldly standards and everybody that want to live by the world, you know what I mean? Those are the ones that want to quieten everybody down. Because they're making a world that's hell-bent on destruction. You know, when you look at the world, if you living for this place that we know is called the world, everybody is building up in this world. What is you building up? That's all I'm asking. What is you building up? And then we all been told to live by a certain standard that's associated with a world that ain't doing nothing but destroying itself. But it wants to give the appearance of being built up. I'm wondering. Excuse me. I'm just another person in this world that wonder just like everybody else. I'm pretty sure. You know, and if you younger than I am, I'm gonna just go ahead and tell you, the path that you're traveling has been set for you. It's a course that this world has set by its own actions that you're following. That's hell bent on your destruction. And when you hear somebody like me that's at the age I am, I'm not afraid to, bashful to tell you, I'm 52 years old. And for you young people, age 1 to 39, you guys have a long way to go. Because what you think you're doing, you're not doing. You're not making the world a better place. You're following a path that's been set for you, which is a course of life that has been set for evil, and you're following that course of life, and you're going to destroy yourself. You've been taught not to pay any attention to the course of life that God has set for us all, because your parents have taught you a course of life that's been set, that they thought was the best way to set a course for life for their children, and you are their children, and you are doing nothing but following the course of life that your parents set for you, and that course of life is not a course of God. It's a course of destruction. Trust me. If you don't believe it, look at the world you live in, and look at the things that you do that your parents have made look so grand, and you're doing nothing but screwing over the world. Screwing over everyone in the world. And this is your course of life. I'm sorry to let you know that you are screwing yourself, and your parents set the course for you to do it. I'm going to just go ahead and tell you. I don't care who gets mad at me, because I'm at an age where when you get to my age, you'll see. All you seek is peace. You just seek peace. It don't matter how you get it. It don't matter how you get it. Because the world that you live in, you realize, and once you get my age, young people, you're going to see that this world that you live in is going to be doing the same thing to you as it's doing to me, and people, as well as people that's older than me. There are people that's 100 years old. They ain't got nothing. So what's the course of life for them being here 100 years? You got people running around on this earth that's 80, 90 years old. What are they living? What kind of life do they have? So what are you promised to live to 100 years old in a world where young people ain't doing nothing but tearing it up? Young people, what are you gonna say? You're gonna save a world that you've been taught to tear up? You got some of you running around advertising that you're agents of chaos. It's ridiculous. And rather than turn around and try to, just follow another course, you're hell-bent on following the course of destruction. And way to go, parents. People say, well, how many kids do you have? Yeah, I got 2, and my kids know very well everything I'm talking about. They both know. I ain't got but 2. And they ain't agents of chaos. So I'm wondering, how many of you out there got agents of chaos that you done set a path for that ain't doing nothing but destroying the earth? A place where you walk around with a smile on your face and think that you're creating a place of peace as you strive to make a neighborhood where you can keep it that way around all the chaos that you trained your children in, setting a course for them to follow and do just that. You're ridiculous. Let me just go ahead and tell you, I don't care. Like I said, I don't care about nobody being mad at me, because the truth is the truth. Yep. If you get mad at it, then you're just one of them that I'm talking about. It's just that simple.
That's how you know.
Yeah, that's how you know. You are part of the problem. You've never, ever had a solution. You've only been a part of the problem. That's why when you claim to be of a good, godly nature, and you're participating in things of destruction, and you're doing it in the name of wanting what's best for your family and your children, then just know you are not of God. You are of the devil, and you are of this world, and this world was never, ever meant to be anything other than a template for what we should be striving towards, rather than participating in and destroying. Now, you want to put your synopsises on it and all your religious beliefs and all your cantankerous notions of what you think this is. Like I said, I invite you to prove me wrong. You know, you don't come up here with your pie graphs and your charts and try to put your spin on what the truth actually is. Come with the actual truth. If what I'm saying is not actual truth, come and tell and say the actual truth. If this is not what you've done, then what have you done? What has been done that will cause this country to be in such a disarray that nobody has any responsibility or any accountability for what's going on? How can you have all of this mess and nobody be at fault? Nobody accepts any responsibility. So, you know, chaos just happens on its own. Well, what about the people that's involved in it? They have no responsibility. They're not even being held accountable. We got a country that's trying to build up a culture of people that won't call the police. You know, they want to, you know, don't call the cops. You're a snitch if you do. So you build up a culture of people that won't call the cops where you can, you know, then you got a system of lawlessness. Because people don't want to call the police, because the police done built such a bad name for themselves by allowing tyrants to come in. The same tyrants that wouldn't want you to call the police because they the one doing all the mess. Now you got a culture of people that won't call the police, don't want to talk to the police. Now all the police done became tyrants, done became criminal vigilantes and run around undercover doing dirt, and nobody call the police because they don't want to look like a snitch. I mean, you know what? Y'all sound like a bunch of damn dummies. This is a dumb ass system. I'm talking about really, really dumb. And I know I can't be the only one to see it. And good God, a freaking mighty, man, I'm blind. You know what I mean? And you got people running around here claiming to be so smart. You can't, you know how simple, just sitting still and just looking at the world that you think you're making so great. And just how simple it is to look and see that you ain't doing nothing. But tearing up something that you didn't even have any business messing with. Trying to make something original better. I can only imagine. I don't even want to do that. You know, what the Father could be thinking, just sitting there looking at, you know, the universe as he would. And see this one place in the solar system that people trying to leave it, you know, it's running. It's like, it would be equivalent to me just looking at just a poster of the universe and a piece of lint just floating across from Earth trying to go and take over the space. It's just a piece of lint. And man down here thinking he doing something.
Right, it's that small.
I'm talking about so extraordinarily astronomical that people should pay them homage. If you was God, then you wouldn't be looking like a piece of lint floating across a poster board trying to go from a planet to another planet. So what you trying to give an appearance of ain't gonna ever be. Because you can't be what the universe is. The one that controls the universe looking at your lint piece of ass trying to swap planets. You didn't have nothing to do with none of these planets being in existence, but you want to make people think that you're God. If you were God, then you wouldn't be trying to get everybody to notice you leaving the planet. You just leave. You know what I mean? You wouldn't have to tell nobody. You just leave. Yeah? Like you said, if this world is so great, explain to me what makes it so great and why you're the one that done it. Yeah? What makes it so great that you man has done such a great thing to make this world so great. When I live in just a country part of it, just a state that ain't worth wiping your backside with in the dark and throw it in the fire on your way down the road. You understand what I'm saying? It's a crap hole. And those that want to make it better, when you gonna stand up? If I'm the only one on this planet to think like this, at least I know at least one. At least one. Yeah.
You like the only one.
So everybody else scared to stand up. You got a man that can't even see. Got more monsters than people than a whole country full of eyeballs. But everybody walk around and act like they tough. But when it comes down to being tough, you act like that just done took you over. You're a bunch of cowards. Huh? Don't talk tough if you ain't. Cause I ain't got nothing to lose. I ain't got nothing to lose. That's why I say what I say. I ain't got nothing to lose. Everything I got is to gain. Because this life that I seek, it ain't death in this game. So your blind buddy just here to come pack you down with something that you ain't never found. Okay, cause you too busy looking in the air and ain't paying no attention to the ground. Your blind buddy calling up in the air. I'm jumping up high as I can, trying to grab your hair, pulling and tugging. Then you know your ass is bugging. Stop paying attention to the world and shoulder shrugging, acting as if you don't know. Cause at the end of this life, it's gonna show. You don't want to be in a place where it's a hell of a warm glow. Blind buddy out. And I'm gonna tell you next time when I'm here to show.